Hello and welcome to the 100k Stitch Sneeze Shopify Challenge. As you know, my name is Tom and you can see I'm no longer recording these videos with headphones and a headphone mic because people have been saying the sound quality is not that good, so I've got an actual mic now, which is awesome. And as you can see in our store, I'll just bring my face back, June is going better than May. We're sort of back up in the SEO rankings. The Facebook ads, as per last week's video, are performing, and so we're just starting to scale up again. Now, in today's video, I want to talk about something that's connected to the video last week, and so I'm going to jump quickly into the slides and get started right away. Okay, so the title of today's video is a cold e-commerce cold traffic strategy. Because if you remember, last week I was talking about an approach to Facebook ads that basically relies on sending cold traffic to an add to cart, and that gives us, let's say we're purchasing an add to cart with cold traffic for $5. And then we retarget that traffic with branded dynamic product ads, and that cost per purchase is $. And if we compare that to just driving cold traffic and optimizing for a purchase and not worrying about branded DPAs, that gives us $W. Now, the equation here is that the first approach, sending cold traffic to an optimizing for purchase and not doing anything else, is W. And then if we take X, which is the amount you pay for a view content or add to cart, and then you use branded DPAs, and that value is Z, we're saying that W, the first strategy, is more expensive than the second strategy. Now, what if we were able to take X out of that equation and we would no longer actually need to invest in cold traffic to get those view content and add to cart actions for your branded dynamic product ads to take over? What if we could just have the single cost per purchase for your dynamic product ads, which traditionally on Facebook are absolutely killing at the moment, because you have enough cold traffic coming to your site for free? And that is exactly what I want to talk about in today's video. So what we have on the screen is a cold traffic strategy that I'm currently taking to private coaching e-commerce clients. Both of these people are running their e-commerce store on Shopify. One is selling, it's in the tennis niche. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I want to sort of protect their identity a little bit. But one is in the tennis niche and one is in the CrossFit niche. Okay, and this strategy I'm calling free traffic forever. Now, the approach here, or free traffic forever, is a combination of content marketing and storytelling, and then using Facebook conversion ads at the end to retarget that traffic, as we spoke about here. So we're basically taking, if we look at this equation here, we're taking this cold traffic to get a view content or add to cart and eradicating that. So all we need to do is send DPAs. So let me take you through the cold traffic forever strategy. Now there's a lot of content, and currently with my two clients, we have only actioned step 1 and step 2. So step 1 is understanding who your hero is. Now, I won't go into too much detail here, but us human beings are addicted to stories about hero that we can identify with. So if we take Lord of the Rings, if we take Star Wars, if we take any Hollywood movie ever, they follow this process, which is based on a book called The Hero with a Thousand Faces by Joseph Campbell. He was actually great friends with George Lucas. And they identify a hero and then they tell a story about that hero, which for some reason us human beings find extremely addictive. Maybe this is the way stories have been told throughout humanity. And so step 1 is first understanding who your customer avatar is, who the ideal person is to buy something from your Shopify store, and then using that information to define who your hero could be. And then once you have your hero identified, which is usually a real life person, it could actually be yourself. With one of our clients in tennis niche, the owner of the store had actually been through the process of improving at tennis and been through the process, I won't go into too much detail, of her brand story, and we're actually selecting her as a hero. My other client in the CrossFit niche is finding actual customers who are on a journey themselves to getting a desired end result, which is related to CrossFit, and is then telling their story. So once you understand who your customer avatar is, you select who your hero is, you then think about the desired end result that your hero is trying to achieve, and then you can move on to step 2, right? So again, if we go back to the CrossFit example, we know like very, very well who the perfect customer avatar is, and we can then, out of existing customers or people already in the CrossFit community, we can identify who is a hero that would be attractive to that customer avatar, and then we can move on to step 2 and start telling their story. So once we have that finalized, we actually start mapping out the story that you can tell about this person. Now, again, I won't go into too much detail about the structure of the story, but we first need to announce this quest and story that is happening. And so this takes the form of a piece of content that's either written, or it can be video, or it can be a mixture of the three. So it could be a blog post on your Shopify store with images and a video explaining who this person is, who the hero is, and what the desired end result they're trying to achieve. Now, why this is super addictive for your customer avatar is because you've selected the desired end result that the hero is trying to strive for, and that's the exact same desired end result that your customer avatar is also trying to achieve. So in the CrossFit niche, it might be to achieve a specific lift or complete a specific course in a amount of time. In the tennis niche, it may be getting to a specific point in a specific ability at tennis. For the legging store, it may be to acquire every pair of male leggings in the world, or it could be to be selected or have your photo taken on the street for a specific fashion magazine. So these are specific desired end results that you're going to tell your story about this hero and their journey on the way to that story, or on the way to that result. And what's great here is that the hero doesn't actually have to get the end result, it just has to have that desired end result somewhere in their future. They must have the desire to get that end result, because then you can start telling a story, and people love seeing people succeed just as much as they like seeing people fail. So you tell the story and create this addictive content, and then you can move on to step 2, 3 and 4. Now I'm not going to go into detail on step 3 and 4, because I want anyone who's watching who wants an avalanche of free cold traffic to actually start thinking about this. Think about who your customer avatar is, who a relevant hero would be, and then what the desired end result they're trying to get. And once you have that, you can actually launch or create your first bit of content, which is just introducing the hero, and then after that, you can start promoting. And because you're not actually selling anything with this content, you can actually go and post the link to your blog post in relevant communities on the internet. So that might be in Reddit, that might be on forums, that might be on Facebook, that might be on LinkedIn, that might be on Twitter. But the admins or the gatekeepers to those groups will not be so averse, or will probably welcome the content because it's a great story. They want great content in their group, and so you can simply post that in, and then you'll get the content coming, or no, you get the cold traffic coming to your blog, and then a number of those people will click through onto your site to view the products that you're selling, because you do mention that in the content, though you're not hard selling, and then they even add to cart, and that's when your branded dynamic product ads will come in and convert those people, right? So just to summarize, what we're doing here is replacing X. We'll no longer have to pay Facebook to get those view content and add to cart, because we'll have it coming from communities, because they want to hear the story about your hero on the route to that desired end result that they want as well. So that is what I'm calling the free traffic formula. Step 1 is identify the hero and their desired end result. Step 2 is start telling the story in one piece of content. Then once you have that, you can then go forward and promote that, and then continue telling the story on a weekly or monthly or even daily basis, and keep posting in those communities to get that free traffic. And then finally, I'll do another video, and we'll go into a case study for step 3 and 4 about how you promote and then how you convert. But this is basically the branded dynamic product ads that we talked about in the last video. So I'd highly recommend jumping back to video 10 if you want to learn about how to convert the free traffic. But then I'll do a video maybe next week or another week ahead, where we'll actually start talking about how you promote that and get the free traffic to your site, so you can build those custom audiences to retarget. So there we have it. The new e-commerce cold traffic strategy revealed. If you have any questions about the process, simply comment either in the blog post or below this video on YouTube. I'm more than happy to jump in and sort of give my input on who I think the hero should be for your business, or what the desired end result should be. And hopefully we can blow up your custom audiences to give your DPAs more people to work with. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in next week's video.